Yeah, so in this lesson we're going to learn about shutter speed. So what is shutter speed? Shutter speed is a mechanism that helps to control the amount of light getting into the sensor. So with a good example, I'll show you what shutter is. So we can see that we have a shutter there, and you can see that flicker. So basically that is the shutter. It allows an amount of light in duration of seconds to get into the sensor. So we'll be able to learn that this shutter, you're able like now to adjust the speed it goes to. That's why it's called shutter speed. So you're able now to adjust the speed it goes to allow an amount of light to get into the camera. Okay, so we can see that the shutter opens for long durations, allowing more light. And when you have the shutter lowered to low speeds, it allows a minimal amount of light. So basically when you're doing photos, the shutter speed also helps when blurring motion, because that speed that it's going for, if it is able to allow more light inside, when a subject is in fast motion, you're either able to freeze the motion or you're able to see the motion in something. So how shutter affects exposure is that if you want to get a milky effect, maybe when you're taking a river stream or something that is flowing, you should have a lower shutter speed so that you're able to see that effect of the motion. But if you want to freeze motion, then you have a higher shutter speed so that you're able to capture the motion and freeze it. So basically a good example is for sports photographers. When you're taking an athlete who's sprinting, it's best to have, if you want to freeze the motion, have the shutter at 1/200th of a second. That's quite fast, so you're able like now to freeze the athlete when he's running, or maybe when he's on the finish line and maybe he's excited or something. Especially for the Kenyans, you understand how fast they are. So basically that's when you want to freeze motion in photography. Yeah, so that's basically it for the shutter speed. So the shutter speed is quite, you can go in depth about it, because other cameras tend not to have shutter speed but shutter angle. So a shutter angle also works in the same kind of way. So guys, we'll jump into the next, where we'll be able to learn about ISO and dive into details of what ISO causes to exposure and the effects ISO has to the image. So thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Thumbs up.